breakfast. I want to just jump on here really briefly, guys, and share some information with you. I'm not sure if the lighting is good or not. Maybe it's not, but I'm in a restaurant, and I thought this would be the ideal place to share this quick video. So, dining. If you're in the business, or if you're a business owner, especially you guys know I serve the beauty industry leaders, I want to just share something with you really quickly. It's some exciting news, and some of you may have heard it, but I want to make sure it's one thing that you may not be aware of that is very important. So, as of 2021, this new upcoming tax season, you will have the option to write off your dining expenses, eating out. Of course, if it's business related, you can write off 100%. So it's 100% tax deductible. What that really means is, in layman's term, is that when you go out to eat, meet with a colleague or a business partner or a prospect or your staff or your team or etc., you can now write this off 100%. In the past, it was only a 50% deduction. Now it's 100%. This reduces your tax liability, meaning that if you have possibly owed $1,000 back, this could possibly reduce it by 50% possibility, just using those numbers now. So keep that in mind that each person's situation is different, okay? Excuse me. But this is one of the clauses that I wanted to make sure that you're aware of. They did have some stipulations on that new law, and this is what it is. When you're out dining, or no, let's say it like this. So when dining, the government require that, first of all, make sure you have all your documentation, okay? So in the case you're ever audited or asked to show documentation, make sure on your receipts that you always make note that I met with, Sarah, Jane, Sue, etc. We discussed this, etc. Take a picture of your receipts, guys. I know a lot of times the paper is damaged, really easily. We lose it, stick in our purses, wallets, etc., and it's lost, it's misplaced, never find it. So when you're dining, just make notes on your receipt, take a picture, save it in your phone, your folder, etc. Okay? Keep that in mind. But this is the stipulation that I want to share with you guys that's very important, is this. In order to receive 100% tax deduction for dining, it must be prepared meals, okay? Very important. So if you have an accountant, if you don't, definitely consider hiring me. But you must separate the two. So what I mean by that is this. If that you come to a restaurant, of course that meal is prepared for you, you receive 100% deduction, okay? Now let's just say you go to Costco's or Walmart and you purchase cold cuts and you are fixing sandwiches to your staff or to your team or to your colleagues or to a prospect. At that point, guys, you only receive 50% deduction, okay? So it's very important that you separate and understand the two. In order to qualify for the 100% tax deduction, the meal must be prepared. What the government is trying to do, of course, during the pandemic, a lot of restaurants suffered because people wasn't eating out. So they're actually trying to help you as a business owner and help the restaurants get the flow of traffic coming back in. And so it's helping everyone. Just make sure that you keep the correct documentation while you're eating out. Receive the 100% tax deduction. Now, one other thing I want to share with you guys, you may know and you may not, but that's my job to enlighten you on it, is this. Even all meals do not have to be prepared. No, let me take that back. Let me say it like this. Let's just say, for example, you met a colleague or a client or prospect at your office and you conducted a meeting, like in my specific industry. I would not bring a client to discuss their taxes or their finances in a public restaurant, okay? And so you could get by an audit with this. This is why I'm telling you what I know. I'm not telling you what I heard, I'm telling you what I know, okay? So let's just say I had a meeting with a client or a colleague or a prospect in my office. We discussed their business. And after our meeting, we came out to dinner. It still is a business deduction. It's a business write-off because my line of business, I'm not advised, or it's not feasible for me to have that type of conversation in a public setting, but I still brought that person out to eat, my staff, my clients, or etc. So just make sure that you keep that in mind. I want to just reiterate this really quickly. 100% tax deduction if it is a prepared meal, meaning that someone prepared the meal and delivered it to you. If you go to Costco's or Walmart and purchase cold cuts or purchase something that was not prepared and you happen to prepare it, it is a 50% deduction, okay? I hope this information support you guys. I really do. If not, if you have additional questions, please let me know. We'll drop the link below for any additional questions. My name is Marsha Mayfield, CEO and owner of Financial Services Plus. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'm about to enjoy my breakfast. Thank you.